welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I'm gonna be doing my nails. So as you guys know, in my last video I actually had these stiletto, but I really couldn't do much, so I went ahead and cut them down maybe like a few days later. So it's now been like 2 weeks and a few days. So as you can see, everything stayed on really good. So what I'm gonna do first is go in with a pair of nippers. I'm just gonna go in and remove the bling. As always, I use the Soleil nail adhesive. Again, this is like 2 weeks and a few days of me wearing my nails like this, so absolutely love that glue. So again, just going in with a pair of nippers and just removing all of the crystals. Yeah, so I removed as much of the bling as I could. Like, I literally was over here struggling. That's how good that glue is. So now I'm going to go in with my e-file, and I'm going to be using my Melody Susie Scarlet Nail Drill, and this is the extra coarse safety drill bit, and these will be on my website here soon, and I'll be sure to link that information down below. So as always, I'm using the Melody Susie Scarlet Nail Drill, and I'm going to use it at like 10,000 RPMs to remove the top coat. And I'm not going to file the acrylic down, I'm just going to fill it in, but I do want to make sure that I file the top coat down. Alrighty, so I finished filing this hand down. Again, I just removed the top coat. I did remove the glitter out of the pinky, and then I just filed them down just a little bit, just because they were a little bit thick since they were longer the last time, and I just cut them down. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other hand, and then also I did speed up my drill to 15,000 RPMs, but as always, just adjust it to whatever speed you feel comfortable using it at, whether it's faster or slower. Alrighty, y'all, so I finished filing all of the nails. So now I'm gonna go in with my cuticle pusher, and we're just gonna push those cuticles back. As always, this is going to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. After we finish pushing back the cuticles, we're gonna go back to the E-file. And this time we're gonna be using a 180 sanding band. As always, make sure that you switch these out after, make sure that you switch these sanding bands out after each client. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace mine. And then now we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna slow it down to 5,000 RPMs. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna remove the shine from my natural nail. So I always start from the right side, work my way around the cuticle area. And remember, we're just removing the shine. We're not filing to thin down the nails. Literally just removing that shine from the natural nail. You guys know that our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils happen to be on our nail. So if we just apply the acrylic on the shiny nail, then the nails are gonna live within probably the same day, or a day later or whatever. But so you want to make sure that you do not skip this step. And again, don't think about it too much when you're doing this. We're literally just removing the shine. So as soon as you see that the shine is gone and there's no shiny spots, then you can move on to the next finger. But you don't want to sit there and just keep filing and keep filing, because that's how you thin out your nails or your client's nails. All right, y'all, so now we're gonna go in with the primer, and I'm using the JC Beauty Concepts primer. And I'm just gonna apply this on my natural nail only. Remember that the primer just helps the acrylic adhere a lot better to the natural nail. And then as you guys can see, I don't do a dehydrator. The dehydrator just removes the oils from your natural nail, but I feel like that's what I do whenever I remove the shine with the sanding band. But if you feel more comfortable, with doing what am I saying? If you feel more comfortable using the dehydrator, that is completely fine. In that case, you would do the dehydrator first, and then you go in with your primer. Alrighty, so for my brush, I'm gonna go in with the Alpha brush in a number 10, and it's an oval shape. I do have a link for them, so I'll be sure to leave that down below. For my acrylic, I'm using my clear JC Beauty Concepts acrylic, my JC Beauty Concepts monomer, and then I'm using a pink acrylic. Alrighty, so before I get started, I just want to let you guys know that I know a lot of people have been asking about my monomer warmer by OPI. I'm not going to use it today because I broke the Dappen dish that goes in here, and to get another one, I have to go down out to my storage. So I don't feel like doing that. So I'm just going to use this Dappen dish because it's not too cold right now. But you always want to make sure that your monomer is at room temperature. And, you know, right now, since it's getting colder, it's hard to keep your monomer at room temperature without using a warmer. So, and usually what happens is if your acrylic is cold or your monomer is cold, your acrylic will crystallize as you apply it, and it's a little bit harder to work with and it takes a little bit longer to dry. So I have this OPI monomer warmer that was given to me by my cosmetology teacher. So I've had this one for quite a while now. You can barely even see it, but at the bottom it did say, I think right here, it said that it was made in 2006. I think it was 8. It was date manufacturing. It was like 208. And so I feel like they stopped making these because I've been looking for them online and there was only one website that had them, but the website didn't even work. So that yeah, so I don't know where else you could get these from. So I tried out a candle warmer, and honestly, like, I had the monomer sitting on here, but it just gets way too hot, like to where I picked up a bead and it like got hard really fast. So I know this probably wouldn't work, and it doesn't have like temperature settings. Like, you literally just turn it on and off and that's it. And it definitely see, I just burnt myself. So it definitely gets too hot to where it like the monomer gets like super hot, and like I grabbed a bead and you can see steam coming out of it. So that is definitely a no-go. So just let us know down below, like, what do you use to warm up your monomer during the cold weather so your acrylic doesn't crystallize. But so right now I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna fill in all of my nails. I guess I'm gonna keep these two just clear and then fill the other ones in with the pink, just because that's what we already have going on. But I am gonna be applying polish over my nails, so it really does not matter too much. So going in with a small bead, placing it closer to the cuticle area, patting it down to get it as close as I can to the cuticle area, and then gently brushing it down towards the tip to blend it all the way in. Just like that, super fast and simple. So cleaning around your cuticle area if you need to. That's what the nail looks like. I need to get another little small bead closer to the cuticle area, just a tiny one, to fill that in. Just like that. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go in with a small bead of clear, just placing it over the entire nail. Okay, so that's what the nail looks like. We have a nice apex, we have a nice thickness at the tip. So we're gonna move on to the next one. So again, y'all, you wanna make sure that when you're doing a fill, you only work with a little bit of product at a time. You don't wanna go in with a bigger bead and then you have a really bumpy and lumpy nail or like a super thick nail. So just a little bit at a time, because we're just filling in the back. Alrighty, y'all, so I finished applying the acrylic on this hand. So now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other hand. So going in, dipping your brush in, wiping it off halfway because we only want like a medium-sized bead. Placing it down and then patting it down to spread it out and getting it closer to the cuticle area. And then very gently brushing it down towards the tip. And then cleaning around the cuticle area to get any of that acrylic that might have got on the skin. And I usually don't, I guess I'm not as messy, but you know, whenever I'm doing my right hand with my left hand, it's still a little bit challenging sometimes. Alrighty, so I finished applying the acrylic on all of the nails. So now the brush that I just used, I'm gonna sit it in a little Dappen dish with brush cleaner, and I am using, hold on. And this is the brush cleaner that I'm using. So I just poured a little bit in this Dappen dish. I'm just gonna sit my brush in here just like this. And usually I just lean it up against something so it just soaks, you know, the bristles. That way any acrylic that's stuck in your brush will come off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my products up. So again, that was the clear acrylic by JC Beauty Concepts, which I absolutely love. So now after we finish applying the acrylic, we're gonna go in with the hand file, and I'm gonna go in and reshape my nails. So going in from the sides at a 90-degree angle. Making sure we alternate from side to side. And then filing the free edge also at exactly a 90-degree angle. Alrighty, so just like that, as you can see. So next we're gonna go in and do the same thing on all of the nails. Again, filing the sides and the free edge both at a 90-degree angle. And you guys know that whenever I do my own nails, I hold my finger at the edge of the table and file the free edge just because it helps me get some stability. Just like that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on all of them. Alrighty, y'all, so I finished reshaping this hand. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other hand. And when I'm doing my right hand with my left hand, instead of moving my file back and forth, I kind of move this hand back and forth. So I just kind of hold the file with my left hand, and then as you can see, I'm like moving my finger up and down against the file. Same thing, following both sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle. And really, when it comes to doing your own nails, y'all, it's literally the same process as doing somebody else's nails. The only difference is that you just kind of have to find what works for you as far as like, you know, how to position your hand, how to hold your file. But that just comes with time. You know, you just kind of, every time you do your nails, like you'll find, you know, like a new way to kind of hold your hand that feels more comfortable, or you know, filing your nails or whatever the case may be. It just gets a little bit easier with practice. Alrighty, so I finished reshaping all of my nails. So now we're gonna go in with the e-file again, but this time we're gonna go in with the fine drill bit. So I'm gonna use it at 10,000 RPMs. And remember, when we're doing this, we're just going in to seal the cuticle area as well as even out the rest of the nails to make sure that they're all nice and smooth. As you can see, mine are not bumpy and lumpy, so I focus more on the cuticle area first, and then the rest of the nail to make sure that it's not all nice and smooth. But as you can see on my nails, like, I mean, the acrylic is, you know, nice and neat around the cuticle area, but we have to go in and seal it with the e-file to make sure that we get no lifting. So I go from the right side all the way over to the left side, going back and forth, and I do this until I'm able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. So just going back and forth, and then start to file the rest of the nail. And remember, when you're using an e-file, you want to make sure that you keep your e-file moving at all times. You don't want to leave it in one spot for too long because it will cause friction and it's going to cause your client's nail to burn, and we do not want that. So make sure that you're really careful. Okay, so you see now we're able to see the cuticle area, the natural nail, and then the acrylic. As you can see the difference on the rest, you're not able to see where the cuticle, or sorry, where the natural nail is. Then right there, we are. I don't know if you guys can really tell, but we're gonna basically do that same thing on all of them. So again, going from the right side all the way over to the left side. And when I'm doing this, I hold the side of my finger with my pinky to get stability. I can't do that on the other hand, so I try my best. But this is one of the most important steps as well, because you don't want to just be going in there like this. I feel like you can't file how you need to file. So get some stability. Like I said, I always use my pinky. Even when I'm doing clients, I hold their side of their finger just like this. Alrighty, so I finished filing all of my nails, and yes, I did cut myself, but now we're gonna go in with the buffer, and we're just gonna smooth them all out to get rid of any of the scratches left from the hand file or the e-file. Alrighty, so I finished buffing my nails. So now I'm gonna go ahead and dust them off. I'm gonna clean my area and then I'm gonna go wash my hands and then we can move on to the polish. Alrighty, y'all, so I went and washed my hands. So this time I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. So I'm gonna go in with this chocolate brown by the name Walnut Brown. And this is by D&D. So I'm gonna go in and just do 2 coats of this color on all of my nails. And that's pretty much gonna be it. Of course, I'm gonna do a top coat. But like I said, I wanna keep it really nice and simple. So just doing 1 coat first, curing for 30 seconds, coming in and doing a 2nd coat, and then we'll see what I end up adding to them, because I know, you know, y'all know me. I'll probably end up adding something to them. Alrighty, so I did the first coat and this is what they look like. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cure them for 60 or 30 seconds under my Holly lamp by Madam Glam. Alrighty, so cured for 30 seconds. Now we're gonna go in and do a 2nd coat. Alrighty, y'all, so after I've done the 2 coats of the gel polish, I'm gonna go in with the Velvet Matte Top Coat from Madam Glam, and I'm gonna apply that on all of the nails. Alrighty, y'all, so I did the matte top coat, so now I'm gonna go in with a top coat, a regular top coat, and we're just gonna outline the tip. Alrighty, so I just outlined the very tip with the regular top coat, and then I'm gonna cure for another 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so I finished the first hand, and this is what it looks like. So again, we're gonna do the same thing on this other hand. We're doing 2 coats of the Walnut Brown by D&D, and then we're gonna do the matte top coat, which is the Velvet Matte, and then we're gonna go in with the regular with the regular top coat by Madam Glam. So here we go. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look, really nice and simple. So as always, I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNailDirty2, and I will see you guys next time.